Hey guys, Asher here, back in the video. Today I'm going to be talking about a Pibby mod that has actually interested me and I actually like. Now if you didn't know, I hold a strong distaste towards Pibby mods because half the time they're incredibly badly made, the music is extremely mid, and it's just trying to get clicks by corrupting characters to get shock factor. But this mod really stuck out to me. It's the only mod I think I can confidently say I enjoyed and I liked. Now, the mod in question, you may be asking? The mod in question is called Darkness Takeover. It's a FNF Pibby mod based around Family Guy. Now, the current version that is out, which is the streamer build, has 3 weeks in it. It's got the intro, part 2 and part 3. I'm going to be highlighting what I liked in each version with an accompanying clip of gameplay, so you can fully get a feel. Yeah, so I hope you do all enjoy. If you do enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe, as I would really appreciate it, as I'm trying to hit 20,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and only you can help make that happen. And also, whilst you're down there, please join the Discord, which will be linked down below, as I'm trying my hardest to build that up as well. But anyway, enough from me, on with the video. So, the first song of the mod is called A Family Guy, and you can probably guess it's set inside of the Griffin's home. Now, the thing is, this is the only song out of 2 songs that we actually play as BF. Now, in this song, we are going off against the corrupted Peter Griffin, Lois Griffin, Chris and Meg Griffin. And if you look, standing behind BF are not unscathed, but uncorrupted Stewie and Brian. Now, those 2 characters play a key role throughout the entire mod as the mod slowly builds its own narrative. Now, around about halfway through the song, Brian and Stewie start singing, introducing an attack mechanic by pressing spacebar when the bar fills up, or like highlights. You can shoot out of Stewie's, I think it's his teleport again, and it will damage the Pibbified monster thing. I'm just gonna call it that. And yeah, that's pretty much my only highlight for number 1, apart from the song was really good. Song 2 is set in Stewie's bedroom. You take control of Stewie in this song, and originally you are facing off against Brian, when all of a sudden Peter appears, and they have this whole heart-to-heart where Peter's spirit, you could say, comes out of his Pibbified form, and then Peter does the good old trips down the stairs and does the Family Guy death pose before joining our team, unpibbified, allowing us to take control of Peter. Now, on to song 3. The third song is called Fashioned Values, where we take control of Glenn Quagmire to start off with, as he is facing off against a corrupted Cleveland. Now, halfway through the song, Joe comes in to help Quagmire, and we then can take control of both Joe and Quagmire. Now, towards around about the halfway point, the song really ramps up, and it introduces the bullet mechanic. You press a bullet note and Quagmire will fire a bullet towards the Pibbified Cleveland. Now, you may be wondering what this does. I actually have no idea, but all I know is that it goes into a cutscene kind of thing where Cleveland starts like doing his own solo, and then you slowly have the shotgun shots that you shot coming down onto the screen. I have no idea what that importance is. If anybody can highlight in the comments, that would be greatly appreciated. But then Cleveland comes back to normal to join our team, but in his place comes Pibbified Peter instead. So then we face off against Peter, and then it cuts to a street where it reveals the next character for the 2nd week. Now, it shows the teaser of Stewie versus Quagmire. Song number 4 is called Death Lives, and it's the only song, it's the 2nd song in the mod to feature a playable BF. Now this has its own mechanics, kind of similar to Hitler's Lullaby, where if you keep pressing space, the Pibbified darkness, or whatever they call it in the mod, stays away from you. Now, in this, you just have to simply play as BF, play a couple of sections as Peter, Notable fact, the darkness does try to take over Peter, and you can see that take effect, but luckily Peter manages to shake that off. I like the fact that the characters can shake off the Pibby darkness in this mod. Now, song number 5 is called Twinkle, and this is my personal favourite song of the mod. Now, it has Quagmire and Stewie. Now, Stewie starts off short but completely covered in Pibby stuff. And then eventually, what happens is, it ramps up and Stewie becomes like this god, like this giant horrific monster with loads of tentacles. I'm going to call him Monster Stewie. Now Monster Stewie has a very good design in my opinion, and around about a couple of times through the song, Stewie will switch from Stewie Monster to adult, almost half corrupted Stewie. And then towards the end of the song, Stewie goes back to regular Stewie, but still corrupted, and then he like dies or something, and then there's like a whole section at the end where Quagmire walks towards Stewie, and then the song ends or something. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention that in the song, Quagmire gets stabbed by a tentacle, and that's lore important for the next week. But yeah, that's the second song of part 2. Part 3 is the final part for the streamer build, and the final part for this video. So in this, the first song we have is, let me quickly double check, Final Fight. It includes the infamous Chicken and Peter Griffin. Now obviously if you haven't watched Family Guy, those two have a whole dynamic where if they ever lock eyes, they have to like beat each other down or something along the lines of that. I have no idea, but it's pretty funny. But yeah, in this, the chicken has been corrupted and Peter has to fight back against said chicken. Now, the cool thing is, in this entire mod, every note that you have to press, like every mechanic note, has to be pressed. It's not like miss this out, you have to press it for it to work. And the mechanic in this is when you press one of the exclamation notes, Peter will block a punch or like clash with the chicken. But that's the only notable thing in it. That's the only thing that I noted really. And last but not least, we have the last song called Airborne. Now this takes place with, I think it's Cleveland Jr. as the Pibby-fied character, and all 4 of the main cast of Family Guy, that is Peter, Cleveland, Quagmire and Joe, all take on Cleveland Jr. Now, it's really good, it's a really good song, and the real kicker, towards the end of the song, Cleveland Jr. goes, and you want to know who replaces him? Extremely Pibby-fied Quagmire. Quagmire, the guy that has survived every single song, fights against them with an epic fire effect in the playing cabin, and it's amazing to look at. But yeah, with that said, we have come to the end of the video. Now, I am definitely going to be looking out for this project, and it has actually changed my opinion on Pibby mods. If they are high effort and done well, they are extremely good, but if they're there for obvious cash grabs and shock factor, then they're obviously going to be bad. But yeah, with that said, I would first like to thank my server boosters, Green Fall Guys, A Jar Full of Beans, Amethyst, Klaus, Ian the Recluse, and Shadow the Guy. Thank you all for boosting the server. If you want to be featured in the next video, join the server down below and boost it. But with that said, I will see you all in the next video. Astronomical, out.